Let them speak. Test patterns 1 to 30. Please repeat or answer the question. If you answer, for practice purposes, if it is a positive question, answer with a positive sentence in the same tense. If it is a negative question, answer with a negative sentence in the same tense. Is that what he told you to bring when you get to come to see him? Isn't that why you may as well wait for him for a few minutes? If you had had the money, would you have bought it all to give to her? Did you happen to meet him at the place you met him last time? Isn't the way you do it the same way that he knows how to do it? Was that place that flooded have a lot of cars in it? Who would you have told to come early if you weren't able to get there on time? Shouldn't he have told him to wait until he was ready to join him? Wasn't he there studying behind them until when they told them all it was all right to leave? Who is it that took you to the place they were supposed to be working? Will he be the one you're interested in meeting the next time you go to study at school? How many hours has it been since you all threw away the food I gave you? How is it that you decided to go there instead of going right home? Isn't the place he went to get his hair cut near the store you work at? Who was it that was next to the car you were standing by? Is the reason he ended up doing that so that his mother wouldn't get mad? Where is it that you put all of the mail that came this afternoon? If he had been standing there, what is it that you would have said to him? Could you have asked her where he put the money if she had been there? If you saw them arguing about the money they made, what would you do? Are you thinking of asking the people working there to do the work you're supposed to be doing? Should she have apologized as soon as she heard them explaining the argument they had? Wasn't the girl dancing next to you exciting to watch while they were playing that song? Do you wish you had talked to the guy who was sitting on top of the table? Weren't any of the women you know upset the first time they heard the reason he did that? Couldn't they all have been more understanding when they found out about the problems he has been having? Didn't any of them wish you had introduced the girl you brought to the dance you went to last night? Do they wish you were here to show them the best way you can fix it? Didn't it sound like it was all right if you didn't get the dessert you were thinking about buying? Did she tell you that that was when they look forward to going there on vacation? Do you wish you had gone to the place that they went on vacation a year ago? For how many months did he get you to help his brother to build the house he wanted to have? Which one of the students that are over there kept complaining about the test they just finished taking? Are you going to be telling them all that there is no point visiting the resort you were at? Did he say that they must have sold the old car that they used to have? Doesn't he seem to have lost weight since the last time that you saw him? Who is it that could have taken the present you planned on giving her? She must have been really disappointed by the time you managed to get there. Had they all tried to run away, what would you have done? Didn't she pay $40 so that you could attend that English class you kept talking about? What was it that she said that made her feel so bad? Was the restaurant that you ate at last night better than the one you ate at today? Did you ask her if she could have done it if you hadn't been able to make it there? Did almost all of the people she talked about seem to agree with the things she was saying? Do you wish you could have sung that song he was singing as good as him? Are you here to ask her to go out with you to the movie she'd like to go to see? Instead of giving her the ring she picked out, what is it that you decided to get for her? What would she have done to you had he told her that you weren't interested in going out? Would you go out to watch a movie without her if she didn't feel like going out with you? Would you have stayed there until she was ready to go if she was having trouble getting dressed? How come you wouldn't have helped her to do that? You may as well tell her that the lady in waiting may as well leave and come back at 8:30. Had they have apologized, would she have let them come back in to watch the movie? Wasn't that where you wish you had gone on vacation with them? Isn't the song she's singing the one that you like listening to the most? Didn't you tell her what you Didn't you tell her what she should have been doing? Wasn't that the church that he began to attend after going to college? Where is it that you wound up putting the gift he bought for you? If they all had tried to practice it more, would they have done better on the test? Were any of the places he went places that you would have liked to have seen? What is it that he told you he may have taken from her by mistake? What is it you're going to be asking her about the house she decided to buy? Wouldn't you have been much happier if she had returned your phone calls? What is it about the song she's singing that makes you feel so good? Wasn't the time that you spent with her the happiest time that you had on vacation? Didn't she ask you if you were going to be going to the party he was having? What was it that he kept telling you that you had to do while you were there? Now that she took all of her things that she used to keep there, is there a lot of room left? What was it that they all were doing there that got you so upset? Did he tell you that that is the way he'd prefer fixing it without using new parts? Ever since he took the car you kept behind your house, have you seen him again? Why is it that he got him to take the gift you bought? Don't you wish you could ask her how it is that she found out about that? Are the problems that he's been having similar to problems other people working there experience? Shouldn't we have told her that the dress she bought was much cheaper at the other store we went to yesterday? Is she afraid to tell her mom all of the things she did yesterday after getting there? Isn't that who could have helped you to understand the problems she was having? How long will it take to get the money you need to get the present you want to buy for her? Is the girl standing over there a girl that you've known for a long time? What is the guy sitting next to your sister supposed to tell your sister to do? Haven't you got any idea how it is that they happen to get all of that money without you knowing? What is it that the guy who died yesterday was thinking about giving you before dying? Don't you wish you had remembered the phone number that he gave you yesterday? What is it that all of them asked you not to do in case you met her? Isn't it all right to ask that guy who just came in who it is that invited him here? Would you have given the phone you had to your little brother to use if he asked you for it? What was the suit you saw him wearing like? Don't you wish you had pretended not to know about the man she was meeting when they asked you? Didn't your friend who lives there tell you that there was no point going to visit her for the weekend? How could you tell that must have taken the fruit you just bought? Was he there talking to them all without telling his mom and dad? Had she had difficulty taking care of the kids, wouldn't you have gone to help her take care of them? When do you plan on asking her if that is why she began saving money to buy it for him later? Who is it that he got to talk to so that he could have the chance to find out more about her? Did she say it's worth getting the recipe for the things he made last night? Did he tell you that it sounded like they all enjoyed being there with you last night? What should you have told her to bring besides just bringing some soda? Would you have given him the game he wanted if he had been better? Did the girls you met last night have any idea that you'd rather not keep working there? Is the guy who got to fix it on the 16th of June supposed to come back and take another look at it? How is it that the book that's on top of the shelf got wet? Did you decide to tell them that he may have been drunk while he was at the party you were at? Shouldn't he have talked to the woman who is next to you, since she came especially to see him? Instead of having him come today, when is it that you'd rather tell him to come? What is it that he says is the problem with the chair he's sitting on? If you could date any girl, who would you try to date? Wouldn't they have gotten up to help you if they had seen you trying to do that alone? Isn't the game that he's playing on the computer the same one that you bought the other day? Wasn't he at home taking care of the kids while you kept working at the office downtown? All he should have done was tell her the truth about what it is he didn't like doing there. How long ago did you ask him if it would be all right to come by later? Isn't that the girl you used to drive to school with until you ended up getting the new car you have now? Wasn't he able to resolve the problem that used to make him worry so much? If you were as rich as him, what would you like to do for your friends you grew up with? Did she tell you that she was going to be getting the same jacket that you were interested in buying? She must have been really disappointed as soon as she heard them talking like that. What time should you have asked him to be here so that he could have helped you do it? Did he say that he had fun doing it the first time he got to do it? Is the time that the guy standing over there asked him to bring it convenient for your friend? How long did they tell you that it would take for them to fix the part of the car that got damaged? Is the place you've been looking forward to going a place that I have been? Weren't some of the flowers she had the chance to buy too expensive to buy there? Didn't they appear to like having the kids that go to that school join them the last time they went out for a picnic? Did she tell you that she didn't know any of the words to the song that he's been singing? Had he dropped by at the time you were done studying, would you have gone out to the movies with him? Did she tell you that that was the same time that she was interested in going there? Did she let you see it the first time you asked her to let you see it? How many of the girls that you know how to sing as well as you? Did she get off the day that you wanted so that you could go out to dinner together? He might as well give her the money he told her that he would give her. Doesn't she seem to be thrilled whenever she has the opportunity to work with him? Is the reason he's got to do it the same reason you need to do it? Wouldn't she have taken you to the place she worked if you had asked her to bring you? Is the music you enjoy listening to the same music that she tends to listen to? How can you tell that they all were upset that you didn't bring the present you promised? Shouldn't you make up with the guy you had a fight with while you're at the office? There wasn't anything I could have done but give her back the money she gave me. Isn't that when he first told you he met her at the party his friend had? What type of cake did she ask you to bring so that she wouldn't have to stop by there to get it? Isn't the thing that broke a present that your mom got from your father the last time they celebrated their anniversary? Did she tell you that she would wait for you as long as you got there by 6:15? If she hadn't waited, what would you have done with the gift you had bought for her? Shouldn't the guy who started fighting have apologized as soon as he saw the other guy begin crying? Were the first people that got there the ones that were supposed to set up all of the chairs? All he's got to do is forgive them so that they can all be good friends again. Didn't you have a hard time understanding the reason she was giving for doing that? Aren't they the ones that got all of the kids to bring gifts for the teacher they all have? Are the people standing over there the ones that cause all of the problems at the school? Could you have passed those exams had you not studied more with him? Did she tell you how many times a week you should do those exercises so that you can begin to feel stronger? Isn't the way she does her hair the way you wish you could do yours? Where is it that she goes that she appears to be the happiest? Haven't they got any idea what it is that they should be doing next to finish making it? Didn't you tell her that you wished you could study there the same day she does? She must have practiced that a lot in order to be able to finish doing it that fast. Do any of the reasons that she just gave you make any sense? There wasn't any point talking to them about the reason you're going to be going there. Would you be able to tell what it was without touching it? Wouldn't they have been relieved if you had stopped complaining about the problems you're having? Do you wish they would have stopped talking about the way he does things? What is it that she would have done if she had known about it? It seemed like they were talking about the new house she wishes she could buy. What is it that it smelled like she's been cooking for the dinner she invited them to? Is the English class that you're going to helping you to speak better? Don't you wish you could have learned English better by the time you were 20? Were most of the men standing there waiting for tickets so that they could get into the game? How many days are you thinking of telling her that you plan on being there? Is that how you helped him to keep on trying, even though it would be difficult to finish? Isn't it all right to stay there until when she asks me to leave? Wouldn't you prefer to eat the food that they make at the Korean restaurant that's near your house? Don't you feel that she must have been the one who hopes to go out with your brother? Did he say that you ought to get the same one that he's got? Doesn't it sound like he wished he could have bought the house that he saw yesterday? How can you tell that that is the best way you are able to do it? What should he have given to you had you done well on the test you took today? Wouldn't she have felt great if you had decided to bring her there for dinner? What is it that you tend to order every time you go to the restaurant that's on the corner? Have you kept the letter that came in the mail ever since you recognized who the person was who sent it? Which one of the girls you knew had any idea that you were supposed to be going there? Did the guy you came with give you that so that you could hold it for him until you all got home? Didn't she say it was worthwhile getting the same coat she happened to buy yesterday? She must have been here to tell you about the way you should try to fix it. Should he have finished doing his homework by the time you got to where he lives? Did you tell her that you could tell when he pretends to like other people he's with? Have you told her again that you love her since you've come home from the vacation you took together? Which one of the guys you know would know how to repair this if I gave it to you to give to them? Doesn't it seem funny that they both tend to hold hands as long as their parents aren't around? What was it that she told you that you could have brought instead of bringing that? Isn't the one that you were going to ask to go to the dance with you over there? Where is the best place you can go to get some Japanese food that tastes really good, which is near your office? Couldn't most of the people hear them both arguing as soon as they got to the apartment where they live? What is it that you would have done if you had met the guy who made her cry? Where is it that the kids who gave you that come from? How come you went on talking to him even though you knew he wouldn't agree with you? Wouldn't it have been nicer if she had told you earlier what she thought of giving you on your birthday? Is it ever worthwhile talking to them about it so that there are no misunderstandings that arise? If she kept saying things you didn't like hearing, what is it that you would plan on doing? Doesn't the car you feel like buying seem to be too expensive for you to buy now? There wasn't anything I could have done but just listen to him. Did a couple of the songs he sung last night make you think about the way you can treat people better? Didn't you tell him you already know how to do it the way he's showing you now? Since this is the last question, why don't you ask me what you'd like?